Hello, today we are going to discuss about an important aspect which we require when we prepare primary cell culture. And this is what is called as tissue disaggregation, or how do you disintegrate the tissue from an explant or to form an explant to form or to prepare a primary cell culture. Now, there are different types of tissue disintegration or tissue disaggregation. One is mechanical and the other one is enzymatic disaggregation. Mechanical disaggregation are further classified into different types. It can be mechanical, as the term itself suggests, it is by application of mechanical force. It can be either by making it into a homogeneous solution by pressing through a sieve or any other different types of methods, or pressing through a syringe. And enzymatic disaggregation can be of different types by using different types of enzymes. For example, it could be using collagenase, it could be using trypsin, and under trypsin enzymatic disaggregation itself, you have warm trypsination and cold trypsination. So let us look into the details. So first, today we are going to discuss about tissue disintegration. And first of all, we have to isolate the animal material. Okay, so when each and every step we take during an animal cell culture is very, very important. There should not be any contamination. So we have to be very, very careful. So isolation of animal material or tissue. So during the experimental work, attempts should be made that animal materials are not contaminated. So that is the first and foremost thing. Okay, so when glassware and media are sterilized, animal materials should be handled. Before that, a balanced salt solution, in short form, BSS, is required. So this solution consists of 1000 units of penicillin and 0.5 milligram of streptomycin or neomycin per ml. So that could vary what type of an antibiotic which you are using. Now this is optional, but it is better to use an antibiotic, so in order to prevent the contamination. Before culture, animal materials are washed in balanced salt solution aseptically to avoid contamination, and the tissue to be cultured should be properly sterilized with 70% alcohol. And as you all know, 70% alcohol is the one which is used for preventing contamination, to wipe the surfaces before you start any cell culture for that matter. And it is removed surgically under aseptic conditions. Attempts should be made to avoid contamination. So thus the tissue is first isolated, and it is, if you are not going to prepare it immediately, it is either stored in a freezer or used immediately. It is advisable to use immediately. Now coming to disintegration of tissue or disaggregation of tissue. Some of the tissue consists of cells which are tightly aggregated. And as you know, from a tissue, the cells are aggregated and cells are glued together to one another. So our main purpose is to remove these cells and remove the glue. Glue means the cells are attached to each other by the cell matrix proteins, which helps in cell adhesion. And we have to actually remove it apart so that we get individual cells when we start a primary cell culture. So tissue like epithelium is impregnated with calcium and magnesium ions that provide integrity to it. And as you know, most of the cell adhesion molecules also require calcium and magnesium, and with that only they go for cell adhesion. Therefore, for getting primary culture, it is necessary that tissue must be disaggregated either mechanically or using enzymes or chemicals. So there are two options. You can either use chemicals or you can use enzymes, so that the cell suspension could be obtained. The cells in suspension grow to produce primary culture. So the first step was isolating the tissue aseptically. Next step is to disaggregate the tissue using either enzymatic or mechanical way. All the steps should be done in an aseptic manner. Now coming to physical disintegration or mechanical disaggregation, the tissue after careful removal from a given spot is aseptically kept in a sieve of 100 millimeter sieve. It is put in a sterile Petri dish containing buffered medium with balanced salt solution, and the cells are alternately passed through the sieves of decreasing pore size. So initially the pore size will be bigger. Then once you sieve it out, then you pass it through a sieve which has got a lesser pore size. Like that, you make it a very homogeneous solution. If desired, the process is repeated to get more disaggregation of cells, and the debris remaining on the sieves are discarded. You don't scrape it out and add it into this, and medium containing cells is collected. The cells are counted using a hemocytometer. So always whenever you are doing a primary culture or whenever you are passaging your cells or you're subculturing, counting of cells plays an important role. So if necessary, medium is diluted by serum to raise the levels of cells to 10 to the power of 4 cells per ml. So that is the one usually we do when you're starting a culture. The other methods of mechanical disintegration of cells are forcing the cells through syringe and needle, okay, or repeated pipetting. You pipette up and down using that pressure, it starts disaggregating. So one is by pressing through the sieve, second is through pressing through the syringe or a needle, or by pipetting up and down. So these are the common mechanical disaggregation methods. Although the physical method is quick and cheap, yet it damages many live cells. So you have to be very careful. So usually we prefer going for enzymatic disaggregation. Now this is the way physical disaggregation is done. You take the tissue sample, you press it through 100 micrometer mesh, the Petri dish containing DSS, and then you have the cell and the tissue debris, and then you will have to repeat the process again and pass it through 50 micrometer mesh. Okay, so you are actually decreasing the pore size of the sieve, so it becomes better and better. So you are getting more cells plus the tissue debris. Then you repeat the above two process and passing through the 20 micro mesh. So started from 100 to 50 to 20. Now you are getting more viable cells and tissue debris. You remove the tissue debris from the sieve and then you count the cells with a hemocytometer. And then you have the viable cells and some damaged cells. You dilute the medium up to 10 to the power of 4 cells per ml. Separate the viable cells from the damaged cells, and then you seed out. Seed out is nothing but you actually this is called as a seeding of the cells. You add the cells into a tea flask for the growth. Like how you plant the seeds in a soil for the cells to grow, you seed it in a tea flask, give it the ambient condition, for example, the correct medium, and you keep it in a carbon dioxide incubator, giving it the ambient temperature 37 degrees Celsius and 5% carbon dioxide and the required humidity. So then you incubate it and then you get the primary adherent cell culture. So this is by physical disaggregation of tissue, and the viable dissociated cells are now called as primary cells. When the primary cells are seeded on culture medium in high density, these grow well, but it should not be too high density also. Thus, the primary viable cells of primary culture are called adherent culture and the cells are called adherent cells. Okay, so when they are sticking on to the bottom, they are called as adherent. There are two categories of cells. One is the adherent type, which sticks onto the bottom of the Petri plate or bottom of the tea flask, and suspension is the one which usually floats around. There are two types of cultures. Moreover, at this stage, some of the non-viable cells of growing, if growing along with the adherent cells, can be separated out by using the second medium. So similarly, primary culture can also be grown in suspension. So in suspension, the non-viable cells can be removed from primary disaggregates by centrifuging using Ficol and sodium metrosovate. And so in this way, viable cells are separated from the non-viable cells. Now coming to enzymatic disintegration, we will discuss in the next class. That winds up for today. We discussed about the disaggregation of tissue in order to start with the primary culture. For this, we start with the mechanical disaggregation or enzymatic disaggregation. What we dealt with today is mechanical disaggregation, either passing through different sizes of sieve. Okay, so you start with 100 μm and then to 50 μm and then to 20 μm. And finally, you remove the debris and then you dilute it such that your number of cells become 10 to the power of 4 cells per ml, and you seed it into a tea flask or Petri plate into which where you're growing the cell, and keep it in the ambient conditions in a carbon dioxide incubator to get your primary cell culture. Thank you.